what's going on, everyone? Tom here, the consultant. Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone is doing really good with trading right now. Today is the January 19th. It's Thursday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So the market is currently opening here in the US. Just want to go over some technical analysis. I'm going to try and keep this video a little bit shorter than my other ones, because there's really not a whole lot of anything really exciting going on, kind of like we had over the past week. But let's go ahead and jump into this. As you can see here, I've got BTC, Bitcoin Perpetual Future here. So we let's see, on Friday the 13th, we broke above the 20,200 level. Really good. We found some resistance. Around the 21,500 level. That was kind of expected. Previous higher high from the beginning of November was kind of holding that down. So we've been kind of bouncing around here a little bit. Looks like we have retested not once but twice to the lower side. Here, let me actually move this up, move this out a little bit further. And yeah, you can see that we were kind of forming this little channel. Some would start to say that this is this is the flag pattern. I would agree. Normally it's a little debatable on how long the actual flag, the channel at the top, tends to how long that tends to be. So in this case, this is the 4-hour chart. It's getting pretty good size. Looks a little bit different on the daily chart. We can take a look. Not very many candles. So depending on where you're trading, what point of view you're trading this from, you may already be done. But on the higher time frames, the flag pattern is still in play. So what are my expectations for Bitcoin? Honestly, this is a hard tell. Bitcoin tends to have about a 200 to 400 dollar deviation from time to time. I think that's roughly about average. So I think it's possible we could touch here again. We most certainly can go back up and retest 21.5. I think everyone would love to see that. However, I think, looking at yesterday, I know pretty much everything kind of pumped up a little bit to higher highs in most cases, and then they pretty much pulled back, I think, by noon. Or sorry, by the end of, actually, yeah, it was about noon. It's about when everything decided to pull back to create a low here. So I honestly, I think anything's possible, but my best guess would be that we kind of float around this 20,500 level a little bit before we go back up. If we do decide to break lower, I definitely see 19,100 being our next stop. So wait for retest and confirmation. I've already made a buy. I've already got a second order in, not on BTC, but we'll get to that here in a few minutes. But yeah, that's kind of my play. If BTC is your thing, now might be a good time to start accumulating, especially if you're in this playing this flag pattern, or if you're waiting for potential lower low. So there's that. Let's move on to ETH. Let's see. ETH is kind of in a I think a better position at the moment. However, like I've said before, my favorite thing to talk about is the fact that everything follows Bitcoin. For whatever reason, that's what investors like. So ETH is, as you know, we have the flag. Now we're kind of in this channel. We're on the lower side of the channel, so in my opinion, I think ETH is a good buy at the moment. You've got multiple opportunities here. I think these are great places to DCA, even if you get in here. Again, I would dollar cost average this, on the way down. I mean, if you got multiple places here, if you were to get in at 1530, I would say that's a good buy. And if we break, back down below 1500, kind of looking in this along this trend line here. I'll zoom out a little bit so you can kind of see where I've got that formed. It says the two purple lines kind of stand out because this is the kind of the upward channel, the bullish channel that kind of formed, in my opinion, towards the later half of November 2022, and kind of going this way. So broke out of the channel. Now we're kind of in this sideways channel here. So I would say we either hold this 1500 level, but if we don't, 14.6, 14.50 is probably a pretty good assumption. If we drop further, your best bet is 13.50, which still, I think 13.50 is still a really good price, especially coming up from, where we came from. So, we'd still be, in my opinion, still be in the bullish channel here. So, I'm not really worried about Bitcoin or ETH, excuse me. So I think ETH either way is providing some multiple buying opportunities regardless of where the price is at the moment. So let's move on to BNB. BNB is BNB is kind of BNB. I don't really. BNB is kind of in a precarious situation. I think it's just because of the breadth of kind of these kind of where it's been and where it is right now. As we know, BNB I think is kind of taking on movements very similar to Bitcoin in terms of how it moves day to day. It can take a very deep breath and just make moves. So 1318 back in end of November, all the way down to was this 219, 218? So that's a $100 move in about three and a half weeks. I mean that's a pretty strong move. I mean that's 1/3 of your BNB if you owned one BNB. I mean it's almost 1/3. So but BNB, in my opinion, also has some pretty good price points to DCA along the way. So I did have wait for a retest and confirmation. My first retest here that I was looking for is 292. Obviously, it looks like we broke that. The second part was 282. So these were my potential buying points based on technical analysis here. And I mean, I honestly think BNB is in a good buying spot as well. If you didn't get in at 291, I would probably wait and see. Probably put a buy order just above maybe 284. See if that gets filled. By either Friday or going into the weekend. Honestly, I don't think there's. In my opinion, I don't think there's going to be really much going on between now and probably Monday, the next market open after the weekend. So Monday was a holiday here in the U.S., Martin Luther King Day. So it's kind of debatable. But these are kind of my price points for buying, which two of them have already triggered. Again, it's 290, 292, 289.90, something like that. And then, of course, it's going to be about 274, 275. So, and then from there, it's probably going to be a good tumble down to 250. Not 250. Sorry, that is not a trend line. Outside of that, yeah, I would assume, we would get somewhere back down by the 250, 245 level. So. That's kind of my analysis. Again, just kind of try and play off confirmations. Do your own due diligence on some of these. yeah, I mean, that's really all I can tell you guys on that at the moment. All right, so Litecoin. Litecoin, again, you guys know by now this is probably my favorite. So I am back in. I took in a buy order at 83.60. That was a level that I felt was pretty good. I think I have another one, another buy order here. I think around 81.50. Now, now on Binance, it did. The Binance chart shows that it did dip below that. However, I trade on Gate.io, mainly because I was able to get registered and verified before they cut U.S. residents and clients off a long time ago. So that's kind of where I trade, and it didn't actually get there. It was I think like 81.55, something like that. Or but yeah, I didn't get filled. So other than that, I've got an order there. I will more than likely have an order sitting at 80, and then probably 70, probably 77.50, something like that, or 78. So I'm still really bullish on LTC. I think LTC is probably the better performer out of Bitcoin, ETH, and BNB so far. FTM, we're gonna get to FTM in a minute. Actually, let's get to FTM here now. Let's take a look. FTM is, I think, again, I think I said this in a previous video. FTM Phantom likes to run up really fast and then pull back. So I knew for a fact with FTM, we revisiting this 35 level was going to be very hard. It's just I don't know why, but FTM is I don't know. I've traded FTM long enough to kind of know how it works. So what levels are these? Okay, so that's the 3150 area is the previous higher high before our run up. Where's this other one come from? Holy hell. Okay. So that's, where did we attach that? Okay, I see where I did this. So this was our low. So this was our first big low, our first big pullback after our run up. So that's what this line is. It's not really, I don't think it's really anything of really noticeable support. I mean, we do kind of have some right here where it just popped up, and it was like, it popped up above this previous high, closed, and then it just closed right below. So, I mean, that might be of some significance. I mean, it looks like to be kind of an average going into this channel here, that sideways channel. And, yeah, nothing of real significance in this area. So, yeah, I mean, I would probably take this level right here with a grain of salt. I don't really know. I mean, it looks like it's panning out. That just could just be the way it looks at the moment. However, I would not be surprised, and this is just me, this is just an FTM trader, from long ago. I would not be surprised if 26 would be one of our next stops, regardless of what these other ones do. I think 26 cents is definitely possible. Actually, I wonder what. Let me see. How do I do the overlay? Where's my overlay button? Or add another. Is it this? Compare or add some. There we go. BTC. Where's your ETH? Is that the one? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. So this is going to be. I believe these percentages here is performance based on what is currently viewable on the chart. So 26, 48%. Let's go to the beginning of the year. What is that? Right here. Okay. All right, right there. Sorry about that. All right, so from January 1st, we can see since the beginning of the year, January 1st, midnight, we can see that FTM is up 49.32% on the year, compared to ETH at 27% and Bitcoin at 25%. So, and well, hey, actually, hold on. Move this back. Come on now, stop moving stuff. All right, and actually, look at this. I mean, is this not eerie or what? Look at this right here. No, I know this is not price correlated, but in terms of percentages, again, I wouldn't see why FTM would not pull back to this 26-cent level. I mean, this is almost on par. Look at that. ETH and BTC is sitting within that level. So I think it's very, very possible that FTM does pull back. Or, I mean, as it could even just, ETH and BTC could just go sideways, and I could almost still bet you FTM would kind of trickle down, because you got people that really kind of, they have really short hands. Not really short hands. That's really weird. They have they have the tendency not to hold things very long. So. All right, I think that is actually it. Oh yeah, actually the one thing I did want to look at, if you're interested in Litecoin, kind of seeing, checking out the halvings. Previous, I did have to use the Poloniex, Litecoin, and Tether in order to get data going all the way back to 2015. So. The first halving, of course, was August 25th, 2015. It was a reward from 50 to 25, and then we had one in August 5th of 2019 from 25 to 12.5 as a reward, and of course the next one right now is projected at August 3rd of this year. So that'll go from 12.5 down to like 6. I don't know, 6 something, 6.25 or 6.25 as a reward. So I just think it'd be interesting to kind of see where we go from there. But I think Litecoin's still got a lot of potential. I'm not saying we're gonna make it back up to 413. That would be amazing, but that's I think that's extremely ambitious. I mean, that was Bitcoin at 60 grand a coin. So Litecoin, we've got a long way before we get to that. So all right, guys. Other than that, that's really all I got for you today. Check out the links in the description if you're interested in any of the tools that I use. Quantower is a great choice for crypto as well, and Forex. I've used that mostly for Forex. I know I don't talk about Forex here on the channel, but when it comes to trading Forex, Quantower is definitely the one that I choose to kind of go with. So check that out. There's a link down in the description for that. And if you're interested in order flow, especially with trading futures, there's a link down there for Jigsaw trading and journalytics. Now, Jigsaw is a little bit expensive, I'm not going to lie, but there's a discount code down there as well if you want to check that out. You can buy the course, which is the Order Flow Foundations course. Of course, they have, I think, independent trader, and then I think they have a proprietary trader version as well, and of course, those are more expensive. But when you buy those learning packages, those education packages, you get the Jigsaw trading platform with it for, I don't want to say for free, but it's a part of the package. And so it teaches you how to use it and all that fun stuff. So, all right. Other than that, that is all I got for you guys. I will see you in the next one. Later.